pretty weary in AT&T Plaza this time.
In downtown Dallas, security officers like Lieutenant Darian Jackson are staying on the beat.
We're looking for everything from anyone who just may be drinking in public to sleeping in public.
They boosted patrols after 3 muggings and a shooting last week. Still, with a suspect now behind bars, they aren't relaxing yet, deciding to keep the expanded presence for now.
The perception of public safety is extremely important. People moving downtown, people living downtown, if they don't feel like it's safe, then there's going to be a hesitancy.
A major fear after a rare crime spree last week. Warnings went to office workers, and residents like Elizabeth Knight started avoiding going out alone.
You're walking to work, you're walking home, you're walking to the grocery store. Usually I just walk home by myself, don't give it a second thought.
Not anymore, even though police say they caught the man seen here walking between attacks. He's reportedly a homeless man with a history of drug charges. Dallas police are not releasing his name or mugshot for fear it will taint lineups with victims. But officers say he confessed to robbing 3 people and shooting Linda Self in the head.
I was very elated. I was glad they caught him in such a short time.
The 63-year-old appeared on News 8 Daybreak Sunday. The grandmother relies on a wheelchair after narrowly avoiding death when she fought for her purse.
He was just another normal, everyday person. He just didn't have the look of someone that would be doing something like that.
Como esta historia pueden existir muchas, según el Procurador General, por lo menos 10. Si usted cree que ha sido víctima de un fraude, preste atención. Un hombre pagó más de $60,000 por esta casa. Lleno de lágrimas, Jaime Moreno se tuvo que salir del cuarto cuando intentaba contarnos cómo cree que un hombre se aprovechó de él y de su familia.
Ese señor que hizo un fraude de muchos miles de dólares anda feliz y contento en la calle como cualquier otra persona.
El procurador del estado dice que Fern Hernández Realty se aprovechó de compradores de casa como Jaime Moreno, que solo hablan español, al proveerles contratos solo en inglés. Moreno pagaba casi $1,500 al mes, según lo que había acordado con el agente de bienes raíces, porque no tenía crédito.
Me siento impotente porque no puedo hacer nada. Me siento triste, me siento que después de que pensé que tenía en mis manos el sueño americano, o sea, se ha convertido totalmente en una pesadilla.
Pero el título de la casa siempre estuvo a nombre de Hernández, lo que significa que Hernández era el propietario y Moreno era su inquilino. Después de 4 años de pagos mensuales, Moreno dice que sucedió algo inesperado.
Yo recibí una carta de bancarrota, pero venía dirigida al señor Fernando Hernández.
Entonces, su equipo de Telemundo Austin manejó a la casa de Hernández en Round Rock para confrontarlo.
No comment.
A few words, Mr. Hernández. Hernández se negó a comentar y cerró la puerta. La Procuraduría del Estado interpuso una demanda en contra de Hernández, su esposa y la compañía. Dicen tener 10 quejas formales en contra de Hernández, pero creen que haya más incidentes como este y quieren que estas víctimas interpongan su queja de inmediato. Es porque ellos recomiendan que los compradores de casa investiguen lo que están comprando, pero mucho más importante, a quién se lo están comprando.
Y si va a firmar, tiene usted que saber exactamente qué es lo que está firmando, porque si no lo entiende, lo más probable es que usted vaya a ser víctima de un fraude, una estafa y vaya a perder su dinero.
Teresa Farfán, portavoz de la Procuraduría Estatal, dice que después de las investigaciones y de ser hallado responsable de estos actos, esperan multar a Hernández con la suma de $20,000 por cada violación y esperan otorgar algún tipo de restitución a personas como Moreno. Jaime Moreno dice que aunque su sueño americano se vino abajo, luchará por sacar a su familia por adelante. Dice que tendrán 4 días para encontrar casa nueva. Para Telemundo Austin, yo soy Erika González. Regreso con ustedes al estudio.
Pull out on the road and the distractions begin. Beats blast from the radio.
You working this weekend?
And your passengers ramble about nothing, diverting attention from the road. But nothing is more distracting, say police, than texting and driving.
It's extremely dangerous.
APD says 30% of the accidents in the capital city are caused by folks texting instead of looking where they're going. We wanted to see how dangerous texting and driving can be, so the folks here at the driveway in East Austin let us come out with APD's Highway Enforcement Lieutenant for a test.
I'll say, all right, go ahead and start texting. I want you to
actually text.
Okay. Joe is my instructor. And watch as I text while navigating obstacles.
Lord, I just hit somebody.
I didn't do that well. I hit a few cones, meaning I swerved out of my lane. But instructors say the most disturbing thing is rolling past this stop sign while texting and not seeing another sign reading "Keep Right." I went left, going the wrong way.
It was the things that you missed in terms of signs turning the right direction to keep right. You actually missed that sign entirely because your focus was on the texting rather than watching the road and the instructions that the road had.
This is the bottle of wine for dinner. This is the wine tasting evening.
Police say texting and driving is as bad as drinking and driving. It even has a name. It's called intoxicated. It's a realistic effect.
You'll see visually.
APD gave me goggles they say simulates the effects of driving drunk. Wearing the goggles while texting, I could be putting your life at risk on the road. Watch as I drift out of my lane, knocking over cones. That's with the advantage of having gone through the course earlier.
I think I did have control of the vehicle until I went through, I guess it was like a curve or something, and I did hit a few cones and drifted to the side. And that's with the beer goggles on.
Police say enforcing this new law will be a challenge.
Motor officers may have an advantage to where that they're outside of a vehicle, or they could pull right up next to you and look right down inside your car. In a sedan driving down the road with tinted glass, both in the patrol car and the passenger vehicles, it can be problematic.
18 states have banned texting and driving, and Austin is the first city in Texas to do so. It took an awful accident on a Bastrop highway to get the attention of folks here at City Hall.
I wouldn't wish it on anybody. It's the worst day of my life when that girl hit us.
Dr. Mason Jones relives the nightmare of his son Griffin clinging to life last year after the family car was slammed by a driver the Jones family says was texting and driving.
Sweet boy, I love you.
4-year-old Griffin made a full recovery, but not before brain and facial surgery. If you're caught texting and driving in Austin, you could face a $500 fine. The new law starts January 2nd of next year. Greg Watson, KITV investigates.
Been gone so long, can't wait to get back home to the Lone Star State another day. I just can't wait. Look out, boys, I'm headed your way. Got a mind that wanders and a 57 Chevrolet. Hold on tight, I got a license to fly. With the pedal to the metal, watch me roll on by while I boogie back to Texas.
Texans seem to have an undying pride for the Lone Star State.
Boogie back to Texas.
Texas proud, I guess, it's home.
Boogie back to Texas.
I wouldn't live anywhere else.
We're gonna boogie back to Texas, 8 beats to the mile, all right.
But when we ask people about why they love their state,
because I love it here. It's great.
We couldn't find any other answer than,
once a Texan, always a Texan.
So it flagged our attention that this pride has pushed a sense of self-promotion in pretty much everything we buy, from food at the local farmer's market,
So that's what we use those for.
to items we use in our everyday lives. And Texans take that very seriously.
Why do you want to support those Texas-made products?
Because I'm a Texan.
It's great for cleaning your countertops, your stovetops.
Each Saturday, you can find Dawn Carey and her husband talking about their Texas-made product
You can put it on your garbage disposal.
at the Sunset Valley Farmers Market.
So it degreases.
Carey started her line of lavender and citrus-based cleaning products from Christmas baskets and a little encouragement from her family.
So I went for it.
But she doesn't get her ingredients from anywhere else then, you guessed it, Texas.
Giving some support to local economies and local businesses, it helps, people be able to pay their own bills and feed their own families right here in your own neighborhood.
Carey shares a common bond with her fellow Texans.
This one is called the Squid Mop.
But no one knows where she's coming from better than Michael Furwitter.
It is a microfiber mop.
The owner of Zinger Hardware on Anderson Lane. He sells, promotes, and pays tribute to Texas the only way he knows how, by carrying items by Texans for Texans on his shelves.
Absolutely. We try to support a lot of the locals, whether it is designed and the business is operated from Texas or if it's actually manufactured in Texas.
He believes only the best comes from Texas.
The Whittington's jerky It's real popular. It's probably the best jerky in Texas. Let me show you some others over here. We do have a local artist who produces pens for us. It's a lot of functional things that you can use in your daily life and be able to consume, you know, whether it's lawn and leaf bags or it's tools or it's just, you know, tableware, giftware.
Zinger Hardware has been around for 7 years. Furwada says about 35% of the products in his store come from independent vendors, and there's a reason for that.
It's real important to support the local community. We try to bring more independent products to the market, try to bring unique and flavorful things.
But the question becomes, can we live our lives on only Texas-made products?
I think, you know, it's difficult, but if you look around, you can find an immense amount of products. And I think you can take the time to try to support the local economy.
And Furwada believes it doesn't cost any more than buying from the big retailers who mass produce from factories far away.
Rolling out of New York, Philadelphia, PA.
These Texans have made it a priority in their lives to live by the modified golden rule. Do unto Texas as you'd have Texas do unto you. That is, buy things made in Texas.
It's in our blood.
And it helps all who hail from this great state. Ryan Lloyd, CBS 42 News in HD.